All right, Evil Dead fans, this is the moment we have been waiting for a long time. The Ash vs. Evil Dead Necronomicon made by CB Studio, which is owned by Curt Ubank and Al Biardi, also known on YouTube as XXX Gothman XXX. Now, Curt Ubank from CB Studio actually made a mold and cast this cover. This is 100% latex. It's nice and fleshy and soft. And what Al did is he painted and weathered it and added all the stitching, individual stitching. And man, it's simply just amazing. Now, when I received this, it was wrapped in this burlap, and as you can see, there's a KOS wax seal right here. To prove it's from them. Now, this cover here, behind it is actually padded. It's a hardback piece, or cover, but nice and stiff. But padded, so you don't have that irritating crease line down here that everybody who makes a book does. If you have the crease line, you're wrong. One of the first things that I really looked at here was accuracy. Now, they have the proper corners on certain ones that were from the auction. Options that they do offer with these is a darker look. I prefer this lighter look because it just photographs so well. So I really wanted that lighter look that you really see from the auction. Al Biardi did a very nice job on weathering this, painting this, and just look how big it is compared to my hand. I mean, it's big. So let's look at the inside. And listen to that. Man. You can tell it's one of Curt's covers if it has the KOS seal in the latex cover. Now, one thing that Al did with the pages is his weathering is immaculate. Now, he just doesn't take coffee and soaks paper in it like everybody else does. He hand weathers everything. One thing you notice here is a big tear in this front page. See how that weathering matches up? That's something a lot of people don't do. It's very important if you have rips and pages that you age it properly with the rips and tears from page to page. It's rounded on the edges. I was unsure if it was rounded, but Al showed me some auction photos that they were rounded, at least on some. I'm not sure of all of them, but hey, it's accurate. I'm happy. Really, honestly, this book is absolutely incredible. Full pages. All the pages here, except for one, that had to be re-illustrated by Al Biardi because it was really faint kind of look that he found from Ash vs. Evil Dead. All these pages were copied from original pages from Ash vs. Evil Dead and put in as much as he could find possible the correct order. So we'll go from here to here. Now, the weathering, if you get a book from these guys, the weathering just changes, depends on what you want. I'm very happy with this. This one is a very heavy paper, which it's so good. Look at this. Look at this aging. Now, I'm not going to go through every page, because if you have the original pages from the auction, you'll know a lot of them are a lot cleaner and not a ton of weathering. But, you know, it's one of those things to where you got to make it look old. If you have a book and all the pages are super clean, it just looks like absolute trash to me. You got to weather it properly. And this thick paper. Listen to that. Let's get to some important pages. Like right here. The hero page. Very important page. I think very soon after that. Here's the page Al illustrated right here, because this was lacking to see clearly. But he has the proper text underneath it. He did an amazing job. You have the Elagos page. This one I thought was Kandar the Destroyer, but I guess it's not. There is another page that is Kandar the Destroyer. And one thing that's cool, if you do get a book from these guys, is if they find or are able to get a photocopy of a page that's missing, they'll send it to you to put in your book to make sure you have a proper book. And if you need help on where to place it, they will help you out with that. mean, look at this. You can't ask for a more accurate book. Now, I know Trick or Treat Studios and their Necronomicon from Evil Dead 2 is coming out. An update on that is on their website. It says it's going to be shipped out July 13th. We shall see. And I will do a comparison between this book and the Evil Dead 2 book and what is the differences, even though it is two completely different books, which one I think is actually worth picking up and spending more money on. And this one is a higher priced book versus the Trick or Treat Studios one. I think this one runs around $500, but don't quote me on that. But you get actual pages. Like right here, look at this. Dear Lord. Amazing fucking work. Everybody remembers this. If you've seen Ash vs. Evil Dead, you've seen this. Let me see if I can get the Kandar the Destroyer page. It's kind of hidden in there. See, look at that tear. See how you can see the weathering? That's what I'm talking about. Same with the other side. Got all the proper text. Is that it right here? Yeah, here we go. Kandar the Destroyer. Amazing. And one thing that I really, really like about this. Now, I've seen ones they've done that are a little bit cleaner, a little more weathered at the same time. What Al did with these pages, wow. I mean, nobody can hold a candle to this guy when it comes to books. Same with the sculpt for the front from Curt. I've seen other people that are trying to make the Ash vs. Evil Dead one. You might as well hang it up because you're not going to get better than this. The one thing that I do like is when you flip through it and you hear the pages. Just like you hear on Evil Dead 2 when the book is flipped through on the intro. Well, was it Evil Dead? Yeah, Evil Dead 2. I just love this thing. It's amazing. Al and Curt did just spectacular with this. Let's get a side view of the thickness. Look at that. Where else are you going to get a proper book with that proper thickness? Honestly. Honestly. Come on. I mean, God, it's just so good. But there it is. Remember Curt from CB Studios, he actually made the covers. Al bound it and put in the pages, weathered the pages, and painted the front, and weathered and properly got the pages to the proper color. Weathering, like I said, depending on the book you get, maybe more weathered, maybe less. It's kind of a thing that they deal with the customers personally. Just to let you guys know, if you guys are interested in it, get a hold of Al, XXX Gothman XXX on Facebook or Instagram. I can't remember his Instagram at the moment, but if you need me to give it to you, I'll see where I can put it, or contact me on Facebook at Brett's Groovy Chainsaws or Curt Ubank at CB Studio on Instagram. And I just know every time they open a spot to make another book, they go fast. So damn fast, because man, you can't get better than this. I know there's other people who are trying to make these and sell them. No. Some people put in the reboot pages, which I think is complete trash and an insult to the Ash vs. Evil Dead book or any of the original Necronomicons. It's got to be right. Seriously. Yeah, if you want one of the reboot books, you know, the one with just the stitches, it looks like Frankenstein's foreskin. I'm sure they're not hard to find. But if you want the best book, Necronomicon, period, in my opinion, that's out, find these guys. They're amazing. They're on the Knights of Samaria page. And super, super good guys. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comments. And if you're interested in getting one of these books, get a hold of me on Facebook at Brett's Groovy Chainsaws, or on Instagram, CB Studio. That's Curt's Instagram. You can go to YouTube at XXX Gothman XXX, so it's XXX Gothman XXX. I can't remember his Instagram. But if you want to get a hold of him personally on Instagram, contact me on Facebook at Brett's Groovy Chainsaws. Until next time, You guys stay groovy.